What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I'm going to be reviewing reacting to a video that I came across and I was very intrigued by. Apparently there was an American woman who happened to work with a Colombian woman, and the Colombian woman is married to an American man. So this woman had a conversation with this Colombian woman, and we're gonna see how it went. Apparently there was a bit of a culture shock involved. All right, let's keep it moving.
This is the Dr. Shabazz Show. And on this show, we talk about feminism. We talked about how feminism has destroyed dating and society as well as family. And we talk about how men are going their own way and women need to open up their eyes so they can see what's really going on. So I had a very unique lunch with a young woman who I had seen at my place of employment, and come to find out she's from a different country. And I just offered to go to lunch with her because I know how it is when you're a new employee, you don't really know anyone. And so I went to lunch with her, and come to find out she is from Colombia and she's married to an American. And so our conversation was so eye-opening, at least for me. And I want to share it with you. And I told her, of course I would not use her name, but I'm just going to give you some things that she told me about passport bros and women in Colombia. So before we get started, I want to say thank you for everyone that has liked my videos, who has subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't done so, please do so. And let's get started. We're just going to jump right into our conversation. And I do apologize. It's not going to be in any type of order because it just happened yesterday. And so I wanted to get it out as soon as possible. But I will try to make sure that it's not all over the place. So the first thing we talked about is, how does she meet her American husband? And she met him while she was in Colombia, and they came back to America to get married. But she met him because he was working over there, and they met through a dating app, and he specifically was looking for a Colombian wife. She said that when they first met, her family did not like him because they have this myth about American men. And so we're going to talk about some of the myths that they have and how she said her husband was nothing like that. And so she also let me know that she has family members who are in Colombia who are married to American men. And then she also had a distant cousin who was married to an American, but that relationship didn't work out. And I'm going to tell you why, but we'll talk about that later, but because they moved back to America. So we talked about how she grew up, and then I asked her, what is it that you're taught about American men? And she said that when she was growing up, she lived in poverty, but American men are looked at as being extremely wealthy, and they're very, very successful, as well as very aggressive and handsome. So those are the things that she grew up thinking about American men. However, there are some men who come over there who strictly are looking for a good time and not a wife. And then she also wanted to talk about that there's a myth that a lot of Colombian women are streetwalkers. And she said that simply is not true. They have some, they will give you a good time for a certain amount of money. But then she also said there are a lot of Colombian women who were raised to be traditional and, to get married and have children. Next question I asked her was, what was the perception of women in America? And so she said that because they have television, they have music, and that the perception for American women is that they're not really concerned about marriage and traditional values, that they are more about money, having fame, and chasing their career. See, those.
You can't make this shit up.
Interesting. So a woman that's not from this country has the same perception about American women as the American men do.
Y'all heard it.
But yet these American women are deflecting and defending this stance.
You stupid.
But women from other countries see the same BS we see.
Bruh.
But they want to act like these American men or passport bros or guys that are going their own way. They want to sit over here and act like we don't know what we're seeing. Interesting. Let's keep it moving.
Those are the things that she feels like that's the perception of American women, and that they have a lot of children without being married. So, and then I told her I am not offended because that is what is going on. I mean, I cannot be upset by the truth. The truth hurts, but that's what it is. And then we talked about passport bro because I really wanted to get her take on that. And she said that what's interesting is that she didn't understand why it's such a big deal now. She said because she said American men have been coming over there for a very, very, very long time. And American men have been known to come over for a good time and also to find a wife. And she's saying maybe that the big deal is because they're filming it and putting it on social media. She said that probably is where the issue is because it's always been happening over there, but the fact that it is being put up on social media and it almost looks like there are more women for a good time versus the ones that actually want to get married to someone. So that, she said, may be the issue. And then we also
All right, now I gotta give some pushback because I disagree with there. See, this is the reason why I started the foreign testimonial playlist on my channel. Everybody is a fan of that part of my channel. If you do have any experience that you want to share with everybody, man, make sure you please send receipts. The email is always in my description, you guys. But yeah, don't get me wrong, like there are guys that are going over there just for a good time and whatever the case may be, but I don't think that's the majority. And if it is, chances are those are probably not passport bros. But I do agree with the part that, you know, with it being more exposed and guys are pushing it more and spreading the word, I think that's what's upsetting women. I'm like, the fact that more men are doing it and more men are spreading the word and putting it out there for you to see, so that way you can see for yourself and kind of, you know, influence you and kind of make you want to take that leap and see what it's about. Yeah, I agree with that part. They're completely upset about that.
talked about how Colombian women are raised, you know, is totally different than American women. And so I want to jump into the cultural differences that she noticed right away, the difference between American women and Colombian women. She said that in her culture, women are raised to be a mother and a wife. Everything else is secondary. Here in America, that's not how women are raised. So they're also are taught to honor their father and the husband. He is the head no matter what. If he doesn't have any money, if he has lots of money, it doesn't matter. The father is the person who has the final say so in the family.
Man, there we go. That right there shuts it down. That right there shuts it down, bro. Bro, how many times have I told y'all my mom was the breadwinner in my parents' relationship and my dad was the one that was making decisions? The house that I was raised in was picked out by my dad, and even back then my mom was making more money than my dad, bro. All the vacations we went on, locations were chosen by my dad. This is real talk, man. This new age modern bullshit, this he ain't the head of the household unless he making this certain amount, or unless I'm telling you, bro, that is what's gonna keep women single, bro. Because regardless, everything else that y'all expect out of a man is still under the traditional umbrella. Let's keep it moving.
She also wanted me to know that most of the families in Colombia are headed by two parents. You know, it is a mother and a father. And it's really sad because here in America, statistics show that that is a declining characteristic in our family life. It's typically one family household. And another thing that she wanted me to mention is that in their culture, women are taught to show their husband or boyfriend a lot of affection. Like they're supposed to shower them with hugs and kisses and love. And she said a lot of American men were not used to this type of affection. And they said they thought that the Colombian women were being fake because they were trying to get something from them. And she said that simply is the way that they're brought up because most women in America think that men don't want that or don't like that. And so, yeah, that.
And that right there, just no, that just goes to show you that the American women don't listen to American men, because American men have expressed that that's what we want. People talk about love language all the time. 9 times out of 10, a man is going to tell you that physical touch is part of his love language. I'd imagine at least 90 to 99% of men are going to say physical touch is part of their love language. So enough of that. That's a bunch of crap. Let's keep it moving.
Was eye opening for me. And then she said that they're taught to be very feminine, meaning that they don't argue with their husband. They're not being a doormat, but they know their place and their role. After having this conversation with her, I couldn't help but get emotional because how can American women who weren't raised like that to be compete? Because I feel like it's going to make my job even harder to try to show American women why it's so important that you change your ways.
And I don't know what to tell you, lady, because the men are expressing this as well. We say this all the time, and it's sad too because did y'all notice when she said that she sounded like she kind of like low key wanted to cry when she was speaking when she said that. When she was saying, she was like, how are they going to compete? It's going to make it harder for me to explain it. I'm like, yeah, because American women are rejecting that. But the problem is that that's what the men want, and men control access to relationships and marriage. That's why when women talk the way that they talk about relationships, man, I be looking real befuddled because I'm like, y'all act like just because y'all control access to sex that y'all control access to everything when it comes to dating. No, because at the end of the day, ain't none of y'all buying wedding rings to go get on one knee and ask your man to marry you because y'all expect the man to do that. So it is what it is, man. And these Colombian women know better. And y'all wonder why I went to Colombia first, man. Man, check out the Travel Vlog channel, man. For real, man. And look at my experience in Colombia, man. And y'all let me know what y'all think. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. Let me know what y'all thought about this. Hit the like button and all that good jazz, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, bro, because I gotta be heading out to the Philippines soon. All right. Until the next video, you guys. Deuces.